Well, this is a pretty rare car. I mean, we're on a forecourt today which has a lot of quite rare cars on it. But a Mk1 Cortina Estate. Not too many of those about.
That is very, very true. Apparently there's less than 50 left on the road. Last year went to the National Cortina show up in Stratford and there were 3. This one is a survivor. It's 51 years old, 1966 vintage, and it's done 75,000 from new, which is quite remarkable.
That's a ridiculous mileage, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed.
So many of us these days are driving £250,000+ cars, and I like to see the magazines that you've got on the front showing the cars that were available alongside it at that time.
Yes, it's lovely just to look back and see what was around, what the choices were at the time. And the dear old Cortina had a marvellous boot space, which is over 6 feet long. In fact, it's 77 inches according to the magazine, and almost 4 feet wide. So you can imagine, you go and buy a sideboard or something, and you could fit it in the back of the car. And I think one of the remarkable things about the Ford Cortina is that nearly everybody you talk to has got a Cortina story.
Yeah.
People coming up and saying, Auntie Mabel had one, and we had a delightful lady speak to us last week and said, I remember going on holiday in it. We slept in the car and Mum and Dad had a tent and so on. And it's just fabulous, and it brings back memories for so many people. Right the way through, right up to the Mark V, they had character. All these cars had character. And you look at cars like these today and they stand out, don't they? I mean, this is just a fabulous car to drive. It really is. It's most enjoyable. Admitted it's been modified for modern day conditions, but it's still a great car to drive,
Yeah, all the basics were right. But then, like most owners, you've probably tweaked it quite a lot.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Just a bit. Yes, it has been tweaked. It's got a 2-litre blacktop Z-Tech in it from a Fiesta ST, and it's coupled to the dear old Sierra 5-speed gearbox, which for me, and arguably, no doubt people would argue, is the best Ford gearbox ever made. Absolutely brilliant to drive 5-speed. It's just so slick. I have a high-end a German car at home, which is the daily driver, and it's not a patch on this to drive. I know which one I prefer to drive. And the great thing about these is you can swap stuff about on them and things fit. You can do all kinds of mods and everything, which is great. It's so difficult with modern cars to do anything remotely like that, and I think youngsters miss out these days on that.
Well, the cars these days are so complex, it's much more difficult to play those games with the cars. But
it's so nice not to have all the electronics on them. That's the wonderful thing about it, is that they're just so basic. They work, and it's all simple. So it's I think it's 7th or 8th Cortina. I've lost count of them. Yeah, I've had so many different Fords in my lifetime.
Thank you for your time, Dave. Much appreciated. Thank you.